Hi, in this video, I just want to discuss about the ornamental aquaculture sector in India. And most of you must be wondering whether there is a sector like that in the country, whether it is existing, an ornamental aquaculture sector. That is the present scenario of Indian ornamental aquaculture sector. And there are many reasons why we are unable to perform well in the global scenario or in the indigenous markets for commercial or ornamental fishes. And from the beginning, the ornamental aquaculture sector has been pushed by the agencies, particularly government agencies. Like this is meant for a cottage type of industry, it's a cottage type of business, something like that. It was being promoted, and that is one of the major reasons why this particular sector has never developed in the country. And compared with many other countries, if you look at the international scenario, Singapore is the leading country of exporting ornamental fishes, and they have a kind of network. They get a lot of ornamental fishes from many Asian countries, and they have a wide market. They repack and send to various countries. And the major importing countries for ornamental fishes: USA, the large quantum of fishes are imported into USA, then Europe, and then Japan. These are the major countries got a tremendous potential for importing ornamental fishes. Coming to Indian scenario, and there are many reasons. As I have told you, the cottage type of pattern pushed from the beginning to promote ornamental. This is one reason why we failed miserably. And if you look at the trade scenario, it is really pathetic. We are not even making few crores of money through export or in the local markets. So that is really a kind of a scenario which we don't want to discuss again and again. And the responsibility of the institutes and many research institutes in the country have not given adequate importance for ornamental fishes. That is one reason. And we have a wide range of ornamental fishes. In the global trade, more than 2,500 species are involved. In India alone, we have more than 150 varieties of ornamental fishes in the freshwater side, and a number of varieties, more than 100 varieties of fishes belonging to 50 families can be promoted from marine side, and the number of fishes in the brackish water side and all. But things are not happening in spite of all our efforts. So institutions need to give a lot of important institutional support for any aquaculture sector to develop is important. Institutional support means it is not only the funding provision I am talking about, it is the technology development. So ornamental aquaculture is crippled by serious problems. The problem is a kind of they do only in a smaller tanks. It is like a kind of a promoter, like a cottage type of farming practices. No, it has to be promoted into a kind of a mass production. Mass production is the mantra of success of ornamental aquaculture. Any country to promote ornamental aquaculture in the export market, if you want to reflect, then you need to produce mass. Mass production is very important. The numbers and the quality counts. For example, apart from Singapore, there are a number of Asian countries like Indonesia, Philippines, many countries, including Bangladesh and Sri Lanka. They have been doing very well in ornamental fish production. And when you talk about freshwater, almost like 98% is farmed production, and 2% is from wild collection. Whereas in the marine side, 98% is wild collection and 2% is farming. So what we need to do is, for ornamental fishes, for all the export quality or the fishes which have tremendous potential, we have to identify the list of freshwater and marine fishes, and there should be a research input, and the research institute should help the technologies develop for mass production. That is one thing. For mass production, you need a lot of systems. So you require species, you require a lot of systems. Means like an advanced aquaculture systems are required for ornamental fishes. You require raceways, you require a kind of intensive production, lined ponds, and all those stuff are required in ornamental aquaculture. It's no more a kind of doing it in a smaller tank. It is cost effective, is meant for women. That kind of approach will not work for ornamental aquaculture. Now the scenario is changing. and the commercial potential need to be addressed clearly. It is with this view, Fisheries University, I have developed two major components. One is Aquatic Rainbow Technology Park and Aquatic Rainbow Mall. So these are the two important areas, particularly Tamil Nadu has to have. And one serious problem is, if I was telling, mass production require advanced systems, and the farmers need to be trained. And training, if it is done in an institution like universities or the research institution where the farmers are brought in and then they are trained, that is how the advanced aquaculture systems can be acquainted by the farming community. So special purpose vehicle, SPV mode kind of project was adapted in Tamil Nadu Fisheries University, and we have got a very good grant to develop these facilities. But the farmers were a little hesitant. They were hesitating to coming into this system to work, because the mindset is like that. They want to work only in smaller systems. They want to work only in 20 liter or 100 liter tanks, not with 10 tons or 5 tons of tanks to mass produce fishes. So the serious problems are, we need to produce more, we need to produce the quality. So that is very, very important. The seed is a major problem in the country. So what we are doing in the other sector, like for carp or shrimp hatcheries are there, but that kind of larger facilities are not coming up in the country. So the government must address this issue. So they must help developing infrastructure for producing larger number of seeds. The quantum of seed quantity available in the country needs to be increased. So with the help of the government, with the help of support from the agencies concerned, this can be possible. And then the major issue related to ornamental aquaculture is live feed production. And though we can do production with the supplementary feeds, it is always better to have a live feed production. That is the backbone of ornamental fishes. So Daphnia, Moina or Tubifax, all these live feeds need to be produced in kind of intensive systems like RAS or raceways, should be continuously supplied. These facilities should be part of ornamental park. So the government can think of developing such ornamental parks with these kind of advanced systems, and with production facilities and the nursery facilities and the lab facilities for maintenance of water quality, etc., and the live feed. And if these parks can be developed in all the states, particularly the places where we have resources, then we should be able to produce ornamental fishes in larger quantity, in larger quality. And this is one thing. Then marketing is a major issue, and every farmer cannot get into the marketing. So ornamental fishes are valuable component. For example, compared with the edible fishes, it is almost like 100 times costlier than edible fishes. And if you take freshwater fishes, and the marine fishes will be 10 to 20 times costlier than freshwater fishes. So ornamental fishes are valuable fishes, and they have a very good market internationally, particularly for varieties of goldfish, varieties of koi carp, a number of varieties of fishes. If you produce some fin edges and color pattern, and in larger numbers, sky is the limit. India can do 300 to 500 million US dollar business. That is a quantum of business available. It is time the agencies responsible for export of fishes, Marine Product Export Development Authority, they have been trying all these years to push this sector, but they must do it in a very big level. They must identify sector, instead of they must shift their project from cottage type mode to a larger funding projects, and this mass production only can help India to be listed in the export marketing this thing. And National Fisheries Development Board, NFDP, should support in the country for producing fishes in a larger quantity, establishing hatcheries, establishing marketing channels, establishing accessories and aquarium keeping. And in USA and all, there are more than 7.5 million people are having aquarium in their home. And similarly, if you take European countries, more than 4 million houses have aquarium tanks. So this awareness need to be created in the country also. So aquarium keeping is helpful in many aspects. So NFDP on MPDA together with the support of research institutes and universities can take this sector forward, and this is a sector which has not been utilized or which has not been given adequate importance by the researchers or by the policymakers. But we have a tremendous potential. We have such a long coastline. We have such a beautiful freshwater resources, and India can do it, can do better than many other Asian countries currently doing ornamental aquaculture. Thank you so much.